morning because it's always the morning that I start my exercises. I'm Caroline Clark and I'm a posture alignment specialist. Now today I'm doing one for a friend actually who's a fellow Egoscue who has said, do I know anything that can help bunions? Now bunions are a difficult one because my daughter and my husband both have bunions and he says he caught them off her. It's hereditary the other way up. That is so wrong. I don't know about bunions. I think it's a hard one. Maybe it's she has followed the way my husband walks. I don't know. I know there's a lot that comes from the hip, but maybe there is a weakness in the foot, in that big toe. Goodness knows, I do not know. But I know a couple of exercises that will help. So all the hip exercises are going to help like mad. All the adduction, abduction, hip lifts, everything is going to really help with the feet. It's the footfall that's really important, and so that when you're footfalling, you're not pushing away from that joint, you're not using that joint to push from. So having your feet in a really good position where your feet are pointing forward, they're hips width apart, and using the first 3 toes to push from, so you're not actually pushing out from that big toe. It's got to be something like that that's causing it. But there's a couple of little tricks here. So number 1 trick, I support Help the Heroes, I have to say, and this was actually the poppy appeal. So it's one of these really big elastic bands, one of these quite hard elastic bands. So don't overdo this, all right? Put it between around the 2 big toes. Okay, so now you have your feet are hips width apart. 2 things you can do here. You could just have a slight pull and hold for 1 minute, and just so that you can feel that the bunions and the toe joint is actually being pulled from that position. So it's going to be in that position to being pulled more like that. That's the one thing you can do. And then the other thing, and again, don't do too many, because I know my husband did about 40 straight off and he said, oh, that really hurt my big toes. So anyway, what you're looking at is just pulling against 1, 2. So pivot slightly on your heels. 3, 4, 5. I have to say I don't have bunions. 6, 7. But I do feel sorry for anybody that does. 8, because they're so painful. 9, 10. And then give it a rest. Just let it come in again and just give it a rest. And I would go for another 10. 1, 2. Try and keep the toes on the ground. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm watching my toes more than I am the camera. 8, 9, 10. All right, so that is going to start working that joint. That's going to be pulling that joint back into alignment. Now the other thing is, what you've got to think of is what is going on up the foot. So you've got all those metatarsals and everything else that's going on in the foot here. So what else is going on there? This is where I love my tennis balls. So I love, just put the tennis ball under the foot. I'm going to do one on tennis balls, which is great for balance, but this one I'm just doing. So what I'm doing is allowing the tennis ball to be just under that area in the foot there, just in front of the big toe joint there, just right in that circle bit. So put the tennis ball there and then just let the foot stretch out over it. So now all those big metatarsals, they are all stretching like mad, and then lifting up and down. 1, 2. This is a little bit gym workout for the foot. 3. I hope you can see all this. 4, 5, 6, 7. Really spread those toes out. 8, 9, 10. Okay, put it onto the other foot. And now another 10 with this one. So heel on the ground. I'm not putting my weight on it. I'm not standing on this at the moment, but that's only because I've given that toe quite a big workout. So 1 and up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So as we get Well, as we get bunions, because I'm quite good at this, having seen my daughter who's had both of her feet operated on, and my husband has one foot operated on, his one foot has gone back to normal and his big toe is coming across. But what also has happened is that the ligaments and muscles up this side have actually raised that toe up. So do you know what? We need to stretch the top of that. So coming over the ball and stretching the foot down is going to really help that. So that is my one for bunions, but we've got to look at the hips at the same time. That is so important. Those hip flexors, everything have got to work. So I feel my next exercise is going to be on the ball. I'm going to do ball exercises, but we'll just wait and I'll do that later on in the week. So this is Caroline Clark saying goodbye. You know, I've got massive classes. I have a book coming out this year, which I'm very excited about. We're just about to shoot the photography for that. And my website is coming above me. So don't forget to subscribe and hopefully see you very soon. Bye.